And we're live.
Hello,
Live
everybody.
Hello, everyone.
I don't watch any live TV right now, so I'm trying to think of an intro that's like a popular live, like you're the next contestant on The Price is Right, but like how do they start the show?
And we're live.
What did you say?
And we're live.
That's I was gonna say. I think that's it.
Hello, everybody. We are live. We are ready to go. We're ready to talk about Moongarden and the Secret Garden a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of how this is our last Wednesday night. So in general, like how's your month wrapping up? And also before the night is over, we will have a poll go up that will help us to decide our first book for our quarterly book club.
Yes.
So how are you doing? Any other fun reads?
Jenna's here.
I saw Jenna's here too. Yay.
Jenna.
Hi,
Jenna, we love you. We miss you.
Jenna.
How's your reading been going? Amanda, anything else fun that you've read this last week?
What did I read? Oh crap. What did I read? Oh, I listened to the Anne Blankman one. The Enemy's Daughter, My Enemy's Daughter.
Okay.
Oh, what'd you think?
Hold on. I have my Goodreads pulled up. Oh wait, hold on. Why is this that? Okay, so I listened to that one, the new Anne Blankman one. It is so it's super interesting because she had the one that came out a few years ago that was about Chernobyl. But this book, like Chernobyl, it was marketed as a book about like Chernobyl, but the Chernobyl part was like this much, like it was just a fraction of the actual storyline of what was really going on.
I would have wanted more Chernobyl,
right? And I was like, the reason I picked it up was because they said it was about Chernobyl, and it really wasn't.
Yeah.
And so with this one, it says it's about this girl that's on the Lusitania, right? It's about the sinking of the Lusitania. But like the Lusitania is like at the bottom of whatever it sank into by like 10% into the book.
So it sounds like she needs a new marketing team.
Yeah, so I'm like, it was a really good book. Don't get me wrong, because it's basically she's German and her dad are trying to get back to Germany. They were in America, but they can't get back to Germany because they're not allowed to sail on any of the British like boats. And so they are like there with false documents, and the Lusitania sinks and her dad gets arrested. And so she is like in England or Ireland, I don't know, wherever they went.
Yeah.
And by herself, and is like trying to pretend she's not German. And is like taken in by this family, but they don't know she's German. And everybody's like, the German people are evil, because World War II. And she's like, but that's my country and I don't feel that way. And so it was a very interesting story. It was very, very good. But the Lusitania was like this much of the book.
Yeah.
So it was still very, very good. So I listened to that. I listened to Secret Garden. I'm listening to the rest of The Wrong Way Home right now. What else? And then I did a massive like NetGalley, like clean out my NetGalley middle grade, where I just listened to a ton of stuff.
Nice.
So that's what's been going on with me.
Good. Katie, how about you?
Well, this is the biggest vacation that we've ever taken. I'm speaking quietly because this is a surprise for my kids. I'm going to Disney World tomorrow. And I have never planned for a vacation like this. So I have been losing my ever-loving mind trying to prepare because I just don't know what to expect.
How long? Do they know that you're going on vacation?
They know that I've told them that we're visiting cousins in Indiana.
Oh.
But they're so excited about that.
Oh no.
You're going to be so disappointed.
Well, no, because their cousins are going to be there.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Like this is
Katie, that's amazing.
I know, it's a big family trip.
Okay,
And
so how long are you going to be gone for?
we'll have 5 days at parks.
Fun.
And yeah. So we'll do 2 days at Magic Kingdom. I'm sorry, I'm speaking. I hope everyone can hear me. We're doing 2 days at Magic Kingdom and then 1 day at all the other parks. And also my kids have never flown on a plane before.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I hope none of them have anxiety because we tried to pull that same surprise with our kids and one of my kids had a panic attack.
Oh my gosh.
Good luck.
I don't think that will be the case. I think they'll just be super
like
excited.
full on crying, shaking, like
No.
I'm not going. Like it was really bad.
Oh, that's really hard. Oh my gosh, that's really hard.
Yeah.
I don't think that will happen. I think that they're gonna be like
So excited.
so excited.
It's gonna be so fun. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh,
anyway.
no, you're reading.
I barely finished Moongarden. I was listening, so I wasn't gonna listen to it. I was gonna read it with my eyeballs. I had started it, I want to say a week ago today, maybe. And I was halfway through this morning, the book, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna finish it. And also because I had so much to do today.
Yeah.
Right. It's like you had to prioritize.
We spent the morning at the city landfill going on a tour, which honestly was amazing. Everyone should go to their city.
That sounds like fun.
It was
like
awesome.
a good educational.
Yes, so good. Makes you really think about what you do with your trash. Anyway, so anyway, we got to this afternoon. I had like gotten a few chapters and I was like, oh my gosh, sheesh, what am I gonna do? So I finally downloaded it because I was like, I'm still gonna be driving a few places, and I listened to it at 3 times speed. I never listened to books at 3 times speed, ever.
You're fired.
But
absolutely not.
But I finished it 20 minutes ago.
I love it. I've been there with you before. I've totally been there with you, finishing it up right before we meet. But yeah, that's exciting though, Katie. I feel like I've talked about everything that I've read because I've been vlogging so much, like every weekend.
Yeah.
But I did today finish The Bullet That Missed. That's not a middle grade, but I finished it today. I also over the weekend read The Wrong Way Home and A Spoonful of Time, both which were lovely.
And we have to say that I have successfully made Krista cry this month.
Yes,
with a recommendation. At least
wait,
one.
which book?
What was it called? Something Like Home.
Something Like Home.
It's a book in verse and deals with kinship care, so like foster care, and the friend that she makes when she goes to her aunt's house has sickle cell anemia, and that's what my brother Jordan had. And so it was just emotional. It was just emotional. Thinking about him in middle school and all that jazz. But let's go through. I'm not going to be able to listen, friends. I love that you're here. We're not going to be able to hit every single comment because there's just going to be way too much and we won't get to chatting about the book as much as we want. But go ahead and put if you read both Secret Garden and Moongarden, or if you only read one or the other. I think some people were already saying that. And then just kind of general, what did you think? Like, did you like them? Did you not like them? Did you like one more than the other? Was it your first time reading Secret Garden? Like, tell us some things about them. And Katie and Amanda, we had all read Secret Garden before, right?
Yeah.
Was it a reread for all of us? Okay.
Yeah.
And so,
multiple times.
And then Amanda, you reread Moongarden.
I read the whole series.
But
I finished a whole series this month. Sorry, I got really close to the camera. Let me back that camera up a little bit.
I'm just going to kind of
need to see my pores.
How they compare. Yeah, we'll talk about that a bit. Oh, sorry you're not feeling well, Amy. Oh my goodness. Jen, you should have just
read it.
Hopefully
put us on pause, read it, come back. We'll still be here probably.
Skip Secret Garden, just reread it a couple years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
No strong feelings either way. Yeah. Kelly, same thing. Finished and enjoyed both. Hello, Katie. Listened to an audiobook. I listened to both on audio this month too. Just read Secret Garden. Finished Moongarden today. Jenna. Jenna, you should read Moongarden though, because it's really good. I really liked it. Spoiler alert. I really liked Moongarden, and I'm very eager to continue with the next one because it definitely leaves the door open.
Yep.
For more of the story. March went up in smoke. Jamie. Oh,
I do feel like March went very fast this year.
It normally
did.
does, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Kathleen is on a book a day path.
Wow.
A week left. I know, crazy. 10 middle grade out of 16 total. Nice. Dead Voices. Finished.
I'm so impressed with everyone who just reads Above and Beyond. I love that so much.
I think I'm done for the month, Katie. I love that. Oh, I started
Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish The Wrong Way Home and then be done.
I think I'm gonna take a different kind of book with me.
Yeah.
To travel.
I feel like I've been fine because I've mixed in
A couple adults. I did read one adult book this month.
I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I read 5 adult books in the midst of.
You are amazing, Krista.
I just really don't have kids and a husband.
I was gonna say she doesn't have kids at home.
It's just me.
Still.
Yeah. Take a deep breath and enjoy the magic. Aw, love.
Thank you.
I already responded to that one.
Okay. Oh yeah, The Enemy's Daughter. I see it.
Oh, that's a good idea. If I had time to.
You know what? Here's my advice from someone who travels with kids: charge their devices.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I put myself on silent for a second to mute to tell Fox to charge the.
And just take charging cables with you because there are USB. A lot of airplanes have USB.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Wired headphones.
Oh,
so
you
they can
can't
plug them
do.
in and watch
Okay.
movies.
Yes. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but you have to have a jack.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, this one is the other one I told you to read, Krista.
I know.
You have to read this book. You will like.
I need to write it down again.
What's
By
that
Lisa
one
Phipps.
about, Amanda?
It's about a boy that is dealing with a mom with severe mental health issues. And as a result is dealing with some lack of adult / homelessness.
Does it feel super, super, super heavy, or there is
hope in it. And there is definite hope at the end. There's a definite at the end, but there are some very dark parts in it, and it's a book in verse. It's very, very, very short, but man, does that book pack a punch.
Because I just remember I started reading last year that octopus book. Do you guys remember?
Benefits of an Octopus.
But yeah, and I was like, I can't do this. It's just too heavy.
Yeah. This one, there's definitely some lightness in it as well.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is.
Oh, interesting. There's a little bit of both in here. Some who like Moongarden better, some who liked Moongarden better. When I first started reading Moongarden, I started a little chart
of comparisons.
Yeah, of just I didn't once I switched to audio, I stopped doing this. Because then I was doing it while doing the dishes or while in the car, so I couldn't. But that first night of reading, so it was kind of fun to see even the names. Mary and Myra are
Myra and Binro.
They're.
And then the same thing. Yeah, Binro is
Binro instead of Robin.
Mm-hmm.
The robot is
and Myra's last name is Hodger.
Oh,
like Hodgson.
Oh yeah.
I noticed Myra you don't get much of Myra's backstory as the book goes on. You do, but off the bat, you don't. Her backstory is very different from Mary. She's not an orphan. like Mary.
No, but the similarity is that Mary's parent or mother is very
Hands off.
hands-off, absent, dismissive, like lives her own life, is distracted. And that's true for Myra's parents. Very distracted.
Yeah.
Appear not to care very much.
Right.
Even though I think really they do, but they appear not to.
Sure. And by the end, I mean,
Yeah.
you see a little bit more of the mom.
You do a little bit. A little. She comes around a little. Maybe there'll be Amanda might be able to tell us whether you.
Sorry, I was responding to a comment. More what?
In the future books, do you see some more character development with the parents and their affection / Yeah, I wonder whether that would be the case.
Yeah, and then also in Secret Garden, Mary is very intentional looking for the garden. She knows that it exists and she's looking for it, whereas Myra kind of stumbles upon it as she's like cutting class and like going to different places in their space station on their moon
station. Lunar. There you go.
So she kind of stumbles on it. So that's a difference as well. But it was fun to because I read Secret Garden
and Bernie and Ben
shortly before reading, so it was very fresh in my mind. Yeah, Bernie and Ben.
Do you think that well, okay, her friend that's a girl,
Leah.
What's her name?
Leah,
Lila,
I believe.
Lila. She was not a one-to-one with Dickon, but her family, like really loving family.
Yeah.
That felt similar.
Yeah, I more felt like oh my goodness. Cantor. I felt like he was more of a hybrid of Dickon and Colin.
Yes.
Yeah. More so than Lila was somebody specific. I really felt like he was both of those characters mashed into one.
Yeah. Except for Lila's family. Like I feel like Lila's family was sort of a stand-in for Dickon's family.
Yeah. Right. Whereas Cantor's family was definitely Colin's family.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the mother who died.
Mother who passed away. Yeah. And then the dad being very distant and harsh and
not wanting him to
be like his mom.
Yeah. Although that was less true for Colin. He didn't want him to be like him. Like he didn't want him to grow up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely not a direct retelling, but it is fun to find all of
and I'll just and for anybody who really did like Moongarden and you're thinking about continuing, the story like through the series is you find out more that makes some of the characters more like their parallel in the original.
Yeah.
Or in the Secret Garden. That makes sense.
And one of the things that I wanted to, we could talk about a little bit more is the idea of magic in both of them and how that's played out. I thought that was very interesting. So in the Secret Garden, Colin definitely at the end gets very into the magic
of the garden.
Has a couple monologues where he goes on and on about magic. And then it was interesting paralleled with Moongarden and how there was actual, what's the word that starts with a B? Like their type of magic, not bionic. What's the botany magic.
Well, and just about how plants are like they are magic.
Yeah.
You know, like how they feed off of us as people and our intention with them. And that's another theme that is carried bigger throughout the whole, because it's definitely like a climate related series, but it is not heavy handed at all. I felt like it was very like through the whole series, it was very like an undertone. It like some of them it's like, okay, I get you, like you're spoon feeding it to me, right? Like I get I get what you're trying to say here, like loosen up the grips a little bit. And with this, like it was there the whole like,
Uh-oh.
She froze.
you need to, did I freeze?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
You froze in the middle of your sentence.
I will, Jenna.
Yeah, I don't even know where I was at.
It's okay.
We're just gonna skip on.
Libby, yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's interesting because there's magic in it, it really felt like Steve and I have this argument all the time because sometimes science fiction feels like fantasy to me.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve's like, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen Dune, but there's magic in Dune. So it feels like a mix between sci-fi and fantasy. And Steve's like, no, Dune is straight sci-fi. So we get in arguments about sci-fi and fantasy. Like sci-fi to me has to be at least based in reality a little bit.
Well, yeah, science, right?
This
Like
is, yeah, it has to be based in science, right? That in my head.
right.
I think real sci-fi nerds debate that with me. I'd be curious what people say in the comments. But like this is another example where because there's magic, but it's set in space, it feels like a mix between sci-fi and fantasy to me. What did other people feel?
I felt like I definitely felt it was sci-fi. I felt it was straight sci-fi because
you read a lot of science fiction, Amanda. So I'm curious what your perspective.
I felt like it was sci-fi because the magic is more of like an acclivity.
Uh-oh.
It's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's like they have the natural, like it's like a natural talent to play basketball. It is not magic. You just have a natural gift at something. And so
but she could like
there was like strings of number, like the number people could do like
right. But what I'm saying is like the basis for it is that. It's not like Harry Potter where you're like abracadabra kazam.
Yeah.
I'm creating a frog out of a lamppost or, whatever. That's fantasy. This is like straight up like math, electronic stuff, like the plant, like the different sciences, like, right? Physics, chemistry.
Okay.
Life science, whatever, or biology, whatever. And so you definitely had those core science things. And yeah, you did see the string of numbers, but like to me that translated to, there might have been like strings of numbers there, but it was more of like when you are really talented at math, you see numbers, right? Like, and so that's how it kind of translated to me. It wasn't as much.
She could just make plants grow with her emotions. So that's fantasy to me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Amanda. Yeah. Like that it's hard. Like the line is so fuzzy for me. The line between it just is so fuzzy. But I smell what you're stepping in. That's what my choir teacher used to say.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a little bit of mixture here. So it felt more fantasy because of the magic. Looked at it as a hybrid, felt it was sci-fi. Yeah, come from their genetic makeup. But it also came from what they were passionate about. Because she was good at math, but she just didn't love it. So her parents just always assumed that she was going to be a number whisperer or whatever. And because she was good at math, but she didn't love it. But once she discovered the garden, she learned she loved that. And so that's why she became a bot and felt fantasy. A lot of sci-fi has magic. Hard sci-fi. Oh, interesting. I wrote down one quote.
But like then there's Dune, right? And in a lot of people's minds, you cannot get more science fiction than.
Yeah. And I've never seen or read Dune, so I don't know. Katie's frozen now. Is it my computer that's making you
Okay,
guys?
no, I was like, I thought I was frozen again, but no, she's frozen.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Okay, so it's not me.
People would say that that's hard sci-fi.
It's weird because it's not mine. So maybe it's my computer that's making you guys freeze.
I don't know.
I don't know. Did everyone else just sort of black out, or was that just me?
That was you. You froze.
Froze for us
Oh, okay.
in the middle of your Dune chat.
That's what I agree with Skeleton Key. It's just sci-fi fantasy. It's just one genre.
Yeah.
It's too the line's too fuzzy to differentiate.
Oh,
yeah.
Too funny.
Oh,
I liked the whole conversation about the reps, and
me too. Loved that.
And this was something that was just Moongarden. I don't think there was anything about this part of it that was meant
Secret Garden.
to parallel Secret Garden. But I really did appreciate that. And I think that's an aspect of the book that we're definitely going to continue in the next two, because it was just barely touched on, but how they got to know Bernie, and instead of calling him like they began, I almost said Colin. What's his name? Conrad.
No, Cantor
and Myra just called him Bernie. He's like, just call me Bernie, like instead of calling him Rep. But we see him as a person, and then that's starting to trickle down to like realizing
that people,
all of them are human,
real people. Well, and then when he gets, whatever, and he comes back, and they're like Bernie, and he's like, no, I'm Bernard. Like, I am my own person. You cannot assume that I am just like this other guy.
Wait, that's in another book, I
think. That is not in Moongarden.
No, he doesn't come back in Moongarden.
Oh, he's just gone?
Yeah, he's just
gone in Moongarden.
But that makes me excited to keep going because I'm glad to.
I am too. I was so sad. Although I did wonder whether we'd see him again. Because we didn't see him die.
Because my apologies.
If you don't see people die, they didn't really die.
That's right.
Anyway, one of the things I was going to say is I can see a little. I was trying to now this might be a stretch, but I was trying to find a parallel in Secret Garden with the reps. And what I was thinking of sort of is Mary's attitude towards sort of everyone around her in the Secret Garden is very, she sees, especially when you hear her talk about the people in India, it's very dismissive. And she sees herself as better, and she almost doesn't even see the people who work for her as human beings at all. So that's the parallel that I sort of
I mean, I can see that.
Well, because she talks about her Aya and how they would just quit because they're like, you're such a brat, screw you. And so she's like, and she called them all Aya. It didn't make a difference to her who they were.
Yeah.
And also just sort of like the class system in England too.
At least that's the same thing here, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good.
Kelly and I had the same idea.
Definitely want to continue. Nice.
That's my friend Becca.
Is it magic and Dune, or was it just drugs? I love it. Amazon lists Moongarden as dystopian science fiction, maybe because their fruits were broken, they had to leave Earth. Yeah. I know. So is that why there's such in Moongarden, Like I feel like I missed why there's such a anti-plant mentality.
So the backstory with the plants is that the plants on Earth became toxic.
Okay.
And so they had to leave Earth because the
Right.
plants were trying to kill humanity, basically. Not like
Okay.
physically trying to kill, but like they had begun producing so many toxins that we couldn't combat it. So we had to
Skedaddle.
Anybody who had this button magic was sent to be a mine worker in Venus or something.
Mercury
mines.
Yep.
Bernard.
Yeah, that's from when I made my oops. My bad.
That's okay, but she does see someone in the hall that looks like him. I do remember that.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So it does.
I was like, even before coming in today, I'm like, okay, I gotta be real clear about where Moongarden ends.
We're treated, this is true. She treats him more like a job than a person. So that's good. I didn't think about that parallel. I like it, friends. Well done. Yeah. Doesn't Bernie? Yes, but like.
But we don't find out that it's Bernie.
We don't really know that it's really him. Yeah. They're not people, they're servants. Yeah. She's such a brat in Secret Garden at the beginning. Oh man. I was listening to it again. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Girl. I really like when she asked what they should call him, and he said, just what you have been, Bernie. Yeah. I liked that too. I loved when they were first. So this is the only quote that I wrote down, because then I listened to the rest of it while I was doing other things. But in regards to like getting started in the garden, so Bernie is there, and I don't know if it might just be Bernie and Myra at this point. She's just learning a little bit about the backstory about plants and what did the person who started this garden, the mysterious, like we don't know who she was yet. Mm-hmm. And so
I figured it out pretty early. But I mean, that's also a parallel, right? Because the garden was started by Colin's mom.
But he says, so then she's trying to show the galaxy that plants can be safe and even helpful, but it didn't work out like that. And he says it might not work out this time either. And she's like, well, then why try? And Bernie says, because when you don't, you always get the same result, nothing. But if you do try, you never know what sort of magic can happen. So I loved that. Like, when you don't try, you're right, nothing's going to happen. But if you do try, maybe magic will happen. I thought that was a little quote.
Yeah. I like Kim's comment about Colin's temper tantrums and how Mary managed them.
Mm-hmm.
I literally, as I was listening to it this weekend, I was cracking up when she just goes in and it's like, shut up. And then the nurse is standing outside the door just laughing.
Yeah.
Yes. That was
like all the servants are like, we couldn't get away with doing that, but somebody needs to do that.
They were like, finally.
And they come and wake her up in the middle of the night. They're like, he's throwing a fit. Can you come deal with him?
Yeah. So here's a good comparison between Mary and Myra. Mary is more sullen and Myra is more sparky. Both off-putting. Yeah.
Very true.
I didn't view Myra as a brat either.
No, she's talking about Mary.
Oh no, I didn't.
Because when Mary's in India, Mary's a brat, but when she's in India, like, it's very true. She is very much a victim of neglect.
Definitely.
Like, it is not her fault that she's a brat. I mean, she's still a brat, but it's not her fault.
She had
like,
nobody.
That is she's a victim of her environment.
Yeah. And was literally left behind. Like,
literally totally forgotten about.
Everybody left her, and she was in the house alone when cholera broke out and everybody left. She was literally left alone in the house.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was sad.
Oh. Yeah.
Yay. Any other quotes that you guys wrote down, please share them. I just didn't write any more after that. Oh, that's fun. That's that's cute.
That's fun.
It said it looked like he electrocuted a box of crayons. That's funny.
Well, because everything else in their house was gray and dark and black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to head out to the end. I gave Secret Garden 4 stars, and I'm liking Moongarden so far, but not that far in. Yeah. It was very, very good. I got to the end and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad we picked this one. It was so good. I was very
It was
okay.
really
So like
enjoyable.
low key, when you guys brought it up to possibly do it, I was nervous because I'm like, I know I really liked it. And it was a very random, like this was a blind NetGalley, like just perusing, like cover by.
Oh, I
on
mean,
NetGalley
it
for
looks
me.
like it, and I think it's a small press. That's not a
It is a
published
small
company
press.
that I have ever heard of.
Pixel ink.
Yep.
Yeah,
Pixel ink.
which I know
So-
it's part of a bigger press, but even the bigger press is still an independent
Yeah.
publisher.
So it was literally just like, because I'll get on NetGalley occasionally and just like go through and cover request stuff.
Yeah,
And this was one that I had requested. And I'm like, because the cover is just like,
it's so pretty.
could you not? Like,
Yeah,
it's so beautiful.
It's really
And so I just like randomly read it because, and then I saw it was a Secret Garden retelling, and I'm like, yeah, count me in.
yeah.
And so then I read it knowing that I like sci-fi and I love the Secret Garden. And I read it 2 years ago when we went on our trip together to
Mhm.
her
DC.
yeah, not the first one, to Harper's Ferry.
Yeah.
And I read it the entire weekend. And
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it a lot. But I was like, I don't know if it's just me because I do like sci-fi. I like middle grade sci-fi, and I love the Secret Garden. And I was like, it very well could just be a me thing. It just landed right for me because it's just you know, like it fit into my wheelhouse, right? And then when you guys brought it up to do it, I was like, oh no, because I'm like, I don't want to lead you down the wrong path because like I know I really liked it, but that does not mean it's gonna work for everybody. Like I know.
Your first... Sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to cut you
you're
off.
fine. Go ahead.
Was it your first Secret Garden retelling, or had you already read other Secret Garden retellings?
No, I've read The Green Wild.
But had you before you read Moongarden?
I think so. I don't remember when it came out, to be completely honest. All of the years from like 2015 to now are just like 1 year in my head. So who knows?
Right.
Yeah. I also have read the Secret Garden on 81st Street, which I love, which is the graphic novel adaptation.
Yeah.
There is another one that is like a horror retelling. It's called The Humming Room.
Oh,
it's a Secret Garden retelling. Which I haven't read this one yet. I need to. And then I feel like there was another one that came out recently, but I don't remember what it was now.
Yeah. I had heard someone who a review of Secret Garden that they didn't love it because it felt like someone with a chronic illness was just healed magically because of the garden, and that's just not reality. But I feel like his illness wasn't real.
Like he was.
That's how I've always read it.
He never actually was.
Yeah.
So
he wasn't ever really sick. He was always just treated sick,
right.
And so he began to believe it about himself. That's always how I've read it.
Yeah, right. That's how I read it as well. So it's an interesting take. And I could understand if it was that. I can understand.
And 100% if you deal with like a chronic illness or something like that, like you definitely would have a different perspective.
Sure.
Yeah. So I can 100% appreciate that.
And the other aspect of that is that what's the like Scientology. Like, I think, is it Scientology that Francis Hodgson Burnett is part of that religion, I think. And so
not Scientology.
No, because that religion wasn't even
but maybe a
around.
Christian Scientist?
Christian Scientist. That's what I'm thinking. Christian Scientist.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, I was going to say, because Scientology hasn't been around that long.
No, I said the wrong thing. My bad. But that aspect of like healing, believing yourself healed and
Gotcha.
healed, like, is definitely kind of in there, but he also, in my perspective, wasn't really ill to begin with. So fresh air, moving around more, like all of these things are a part of his healing because he wasn't really ill to begin with. But I can understand the
Alyssa, I have all the hardcovers, and I'm not gonna lie, I will never get rid of them because they're just so
they are really beautiful.
They're really pretty.
So save a couple other ones of those.
The naked hardcover is not that pretty. But
no.
Mary going to a new manor, Myra coming to a new school. I loved too at the end when Myra writes a note to her friend that they had been separated for. So I'm like looking forward to seeing that storyline continue.
Hannah?
Hannah.
Hannah.
Yeah, the Secret Garden on 81st Street is a very good modern day retelling. Like, it's a it
is very close. It's like a 1-to-1, but it's modern day, and it's so good.
It's really lovely.
And Robin's a bodega cat in New York City. It's so stinking cute.
That's cute.
I know. I think I'm gonna buy them too. I got some.
Yes, they are
bucks that I can use. Or actually,
I listened to all of them, but 100% recommend the rest of the series if you enjoyed the first one.
I would like to keep going. It ended on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Yes. Did I read that one? I need to write that down.
I didn't
feel like I read that one.
I read it, and I don't love the writing style in it. I know some people really love this one, but it's too purple prose for me.
No, I know which one this is. I'm thinking about it now. I know which one this is. I have not read it yet.
Cover. I do like the cover, and I like the idea of it, but this is Munchausen's by proxy. Basically was Colin's situation, right? And definitely depression and anxiety for sure. To be told your whole life that you're ill and that you're going to die, like you don't have a life expectancy for very long, like like he was never actually sick, just treated that way. Deeply sad, depressed. The light in life, the garden brought him to heal. Yeah, for sure. Wish a trip to the Secret Garden would heal me. Oh, they are good for the soul, for sure. I mean, and there's like there's nutrients that you get just from sunshine, right? Like vitamin D is one that you desperately need. Oh, yeah, that has never been like dusty bed, shut up in room. Yeah.
It always just boggles my mind that people used to believe that staying in a dark room without any sunshine or fresh air would help be better for you. Would help you heal. Like it just feels so counterintuitive to me. Like, of course, fresh air and sunshine are going to help you.
Right.
Not always. I mean, that's not going to like heal you of everything. Right. Yeah.
Any other themes or ideas that we haven't talked about for either of the books? Yeah, because Colin's mom died. Did she die? Not in childbirth. Did she die in childbirth?
No, she fell off a swing in the garden.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Oh, what a terrible way to go. No wonder his dad shut that garden up.
Yeah.
I kind of glossed over that as I was reading it.
What did you think about So in Moongarden, the mom, Fiona, and the other two teachers, like her interactions with the other two ladies, that part was slightly confusing to me too. So like, were they friends? Were they not friends? Did somebody
You find out a whole lot more about that later in the series.
Okay. Because I mean,
that whole plot point is very much a part of the next two books.
Okay, good. Because I felt like it
Which
was a
plot
little
point? I kind of missed it because Miracle
bit,
popped in.
the two other female teachers that
Oh
were
yeah,
friends with or co-workers with Fiona, kind of, or like at the
yeah.
school.
Childhood friends.
Yeah.
And who was actually her friend?
Goebel and
Like who?
Yeah.
Like I was a little. I felt like it was slightly muddy, or I just was doing too much at the same time and like missed things. But I felt like
I
that was
think it was a little muddy, but I don't. But I think it's probably
it wasn't
because it's
super developed in this book, but
Okay.
it's more of a point in the next two. Miss Curie and Miss Goebel.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also thought that Miss Curie was fun because Marie Curie.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
science. Yeah. Yeah, because she wasn't a chemic. She was a elector. Yeah. Yeah, the Robin. Oh yeah, the robot was precious.
Loved the robot.
I loved it.
Binro. Oh my goodness. Binro's the best.
Abandoned rooms. Yeah, Mary and Myra both went exploring and like hiding in different rooms and
Yep.
Yeah, it was surprising. So the dad was so bought in that plants are bad that he even had a hand in sending his
I
wife.
want everybody to read the whole rest of the series.
Yep. Same with Myra and Mary, Agatha. I love that. If you think about it, food was talked about a lot in both books.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Loved the robot. Yeah. Ms. Gable.
Oh, Goebel. Yep. Was a parallel of Miss Medlock.
Oh yeah. Kind of caregiver.
Yeah.
Authority person over Mary and Myra.
I could see that.
Yeah.
It was a good pairing to read because there was so many parallel things.
But they're so different also.
Very much. Yeah, it definitely was not a one-to-one. This is a retelling of Secret Garden, but it definitely had so many elements of the Secret Garden in it.
It had enough that it was fun to find the similarities, but not so much that you felt like you were reading the same book.
No, yeah, you could definitely appreciate it for what it was.
Yeah.
And not get frustrated that it wasn't.
And I liked it because like you don't have to have read The Secret Garden
right
to appreciate this and enjoy this completely. Like and that's why I like at the beginning of the month when people were asking like, should I read The Secret Garden first? It's like there's definitely some parallels and there's some like little Easter eggs like the Myra Binro, like the letter thing, you know, what things like that. But ultimately, like if you've never read The Secret Garden before in your life, you could still pick this up and thoroughly enjoy it.
But like honestly, how else would you make Secret Garden sci-fi, right? Like I like how Katie said it's like a reimagining. So you're taking the story of Secret Garden and making it a sci-fi book. So you have to change a lot in order for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it does definitely stand on its own as well. Yeah. And Libby says, I don't think the dad thinks the plants are going to harm them, but that messing around with plants leads to political things that will get you in trouble. So the dad was definitely more interested in the politics of it all. Potentially. Rather than the danger of the plants themselves.
You get the dad's whole backstory.
Oh, cool.
Like not like backstory, but like what happened with his mom and dad and like what what for real went down, you get all of that in the next
Yeah.
2 books.
Love it.
Whew. All right. Yeah, Dickon is wonderful.
I have always loved Dickon. Always. In my head, he's sort of like a Gilbert character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just love, like, from top to bottom, you just love him. Like,
Well, Gilbert was not
Yeah.
always the best.
no, I love Gilbert.
No, but I love Gilbert.
Yeah, but
Stop
I like
it.
Dickon more.
Just stop right there.
You called her carrots.
Of course,
I know, but he like her.
he was trying to get her attention. He didn't know
Yeah,
that
he wasn't doing it to be. He wasn't doing it because he was doing it like boys who chase little girls in the playground. You know, he was doing it because he liked her, not because he was trying to be mean.
He was not trying to be mean. No, he was just trying to like tease and like get her attention and get a reaction out of her, which he did. Just not
which he did, yes. And then he felt bad about it for the rest of the book.
Just saying.
We love Gilbert. Stop. Oh yeah, Dickon's mom is the best.
Oh, I love Dickon's mom.
I'd forgotten about her. How she just, I mean, they already have
advocated a ton for Mary.
And they had a gazillion kids.
Oh my
But
gosh, what a wonderful character.
she still was sending food, potatoes and bread and food for them. Yeah.
Just love, like, someone, I loved her because she was clearly like a wonderful mother and clearly someone who just loves children. Oh, I just loved her so much.
It was great. It was funny. I had forgotten that whole thing about food in the Secret Garden, how like the more they were outside, the more their appetites were gaining. And like before Mary was like,
oh yeah. And then they're like, we can't eat because they're going to be on to us.
And then they thought about it. They're like, yeah, dude, we can't let them know how healthy we are. I know.
It was just such a funny plot point.
Redhead getting her temper up. Gilbert always wins. Dickon's mom was a sweetheart. I love when she visited the garden. Yeah. I'm getting fatter.
Yeah. Like the only book you're ever going to read about a girl saying she's getting fatter and being excited about it. Right?
Oh, golly. Well, we are nearing the end of the hour. And before we all leave, we wanted to put up a poll. So we had hinted at this before, but we are going to continue our quarterly book club throughout this year. And I don't know if we even talked about what months those were going to be. I forget what we did last year. I know it was November.
I think we took a month off, right? So our first one will be in May.
Did we do May, July, and November?
That doesn't seem right.
No.
May, we should do May, August, or September and November. No, August.
May, August, and November. See, I knew somebody else would know. Because we obviously are very on it, guys.
May, August, and November. This is the months that we're gonna do. And this year, instead of us telling you right now what those 3 books are going to be, we're going to have a poll each time for the next one. Since there are a couple of months in between, there's plenty of time to find the book and get the book. So if you show up at the book club, you'll get to vote in the poll. And then we'll post about what the book's going to be in Instagram and in a video or something. Like, we'll let you know ahead of time. But I have the 3 books that are going to be our first choice, and I'm going to show them to you, and then I'm going to put up a poll so that you can vote right now for our May book. So some of you may have read some of these.
Drum roll, please.
So choice number 1 is Alebrijes by Donna Barbara Higuera. This has the coolest little cutout cover. I love it. Takes place on the same world as Las Cuentistas, but is not a sequel, or I don't think even a
companion. I don't think they're related at all.
In the same world.
In the same world, in the same universe.
So we're talking another type of fantasy / sci-fi kind of book here. Then we have Leva at Last by Sarah Pennypacker. Sarah Pennypacker is the same author who wrote Pax, about the boy and the fox, but this is very, very different. And
very different. I've heard it's like a little bit funny.
Here we go. A laugh out loud tale about good friends, homemade cookies, and the power of stories. So that's what that one's going to be. I love that little catchphrase. And the third one is going to be The Many Assassinations of Samir, the Seller of Dreams by Daniel Nairi, who you may have read his other book, Everything Sad is Untrue. It's the same author who wrote that. This is going to be more of an adventure, kind of fairy tale feel, an epic tapestry and buddy comedy all at once. A heartfelt tale of what makes a family, the expansive nature of love, and the precise market value of a good story. So another one that's going to be about stories, but more of a fantasy fairy tale vibe, adventure.
I feel like
pictures, right?
Huh? Yes, it has.
Yeah, there's some illustrations in it. It's a lovely book. Like, it's worth owning. It's so beautiful.
It has like full page color illustrations in mine, which is, there's a lot of them. So it's like
it's a hard choice. We have given you guys a hard choice. I feel like I am desperate
go right now real quick and make that poll live so that you can actually vote. So this is for May. Oh, sorry. I just want to. Okay, so the poll is live. Do you guys see it? Oh yeah, good. People are voting. Sweet. So that will be live for a few minutes while we finish up here. I like the voting idea.
Where is it? What, we can't see it.
No, we can't see it. No,
not in StreamYard. It's in YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, it's in YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to have YouTube open to have the poll, put the poll up there.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Can you
see
and
as they come in?
Well, I'm not on that screen right now, so no, I'm not looking at it yet. Oh. I'll look at it in a second. Okay. The other thing that we're going to be adding this year is we are going to be inviting some of you to join us on screen. So
yes,
so
let us know.
Yeah, if you're interested, let us know. We can't have loads of people. Right. It makes it too crazy, but we will be asking some of you. Katie McNeese, who's been to like every book club ever. I know that you don't have a channel, but we're still going to invite you. And a few others who are very involved. Just to mix it up a little bit and have some different voices and some other middle grade readers. We think that will be a lot of fun. Can I make this? Oh no, I don't want to end it. I just want to open it. Oh, interesting. Okay. It is like a landslide.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
Hold on. Can I guess? Hold on. I want to guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess leave it at last.
Katie, what do you think?
Really? I'm going to guess Allie Brehays.
Oh, no. You're right, Amanda. Leave it at last.
It was Leave It Last? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you guess that, Amanda? I'm so curious. What made you think that that was going to be the landslide? Do you feel like it has the broad appeal?
Yeah, I feel like it's more contemporary or like this.
Yeah, it's not.
This is science fiction fantasy vibe. This is more like contemporary friendship, classic. It looks like classic, kind of middle grade. The illustrations look so nostalgic. Like,
oh, totally. It looks they look so much like Quentin Blake.
Yes, look at these characters on the back. They look so fun. Yeah, it definitely feels like fun. And who doesn't want to talk about homemade cookies and the power of stories and laugh out loud about good friends? Like,
no, the laugh out loud really gets me. It makes me really excited to read it.
Me too. So we are going to wrap things up. It is 10:01. The poll, there's no chance of any of the other ones coming. So 64%. Leave It at Last is our book for May. Samir came in second with 22, and then Allie Brehays is 14. But I have a feeling a lot of people who want to read Allie Brehays have probably already read it, which is another aspect of things there. So
yeah,
let's see. Leva seems a little more accessible.
Yeah.
Thank you for a great middle grade March. Amanda and I we'll be doing sprints on Monday. Is that what we said?
Amy won't be here because she's a loser.
To be here. Is Monday the last?
Just kidding. She's gonna be. I would rather be with her, to be honest.
Yeah, right. Leave us available. Leave It Last is delightful. Oh, Amy already read it. Sweet. I have Leave It checked out from the library. There you go. Yeah, so Amanda and I will be on sprints here on Monday night just to kind of wrap up the month.
Wrap it up.
Last night of reading together. We'll still have chatty bits and kind of wrap up our reading a little bit, but Jen.
Oh yeah, Krista, what's the date for the May book club?
We'll let you know.
We will, but although I will say that we have this year, we did it. We kept doing it in the middle of the month, which really screwed us all up. So I have a feeling we'll meet at the end of the month.
Yeah,
it'll probably be the last Wednesday of the month.
It will probably be the last Wednesday of the month.
That's probably what it's going to be at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's my assumption. But just watch.
Pretty good assumption.
Watch our.
Yeah.
We can make community posts, yeah, on the Middle Grade Mart.
I don't think so yet.
Oh no.
All right. Well, just watch Krista's YouTube channel and our Instagram account.
Instagram. Yeah. We will make sure that you are aware, but it will probably be what Amanda said, the last Wednesday of May at 9 o'clock Eastern. There's Ollie's has it for $2.99. It's also possibly on Book Outlet. At Check Your Library. Yes, last Wednesday of May. I don't know the date. What Libby said. Or what did Libby say?
What was the other book that was on Book Outlet recently? Yeah. Somebody said.
Wrong Way Home. Wrong.
No, I already got that one.
Oh, Some Writer.
That's it.
I know I have books in my cart at Book Outlet. I shop, close the tab before purchasing. Shop, close the tab. But I do need to pull the trigger and purchase more books because why not? But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us every Wednesday. This is a highlight of the month for us, just getting to chat with you and hear what you're reading and what you're loving and what you're up to. And all of your excitement makes us excited as well. And you guys come in with recommendations as well, which is always really fun. Discord will be up. It's available. I never shut down the Discord, so it's always there. So throughout the year, if you read a good middle grade, please share it in the Discord and let everybody know, because it's a good place to connect with other people who are still reading middle grade throughout the year. And yeah, come on Monday for the last night of the month sprints, and we will see you in May with Leave It at Last. Did I actually close the poll? Nope. Let me end that poll. Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you guys.
Teresa, good question. Teresa, no, the Etsy shop will be closing as well at the end of the month. So if you haven't yet purchased merch and you've been thinking about it, I did put the link in the description of this video. So you should be able to just click right there. It's Middle Grade March shop on Etsy, but this is your last chance until next year. But and some things will show up again next year, some things won't. We kind of switch it up a little bit here and there. The Discord link is in the description. The Etsy link is in the description. And you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
We love this and we love you, and we're so glad that we had another successful middle grade March.
Absolutely. Yeah, we call it that.
You guys like Moongarden.
Yes, Angela, we do call it the MGM Book Club. Oh, 10th Mistake of Hank Huberman.
Oh, I was just learning about that book. It's on Book Outlet. Oh, I guess I'm probably going to have to make another Book Outlet order.
Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, friends, we are going to go ahead and go have a wonderful last few days of the month. We hope you read a couple 5 stars or